everyone, Rachel Lauren Wade here. I just wanted to, touch base with you today. Big reason is I'm sitting in my car about to go walk into where I meet my clients, and I have lots of clients, very busy day, so I'm very grateful for that. But I was sitting here and I thought, I haven't told my viewers a little bit about the science of what they've discovered in physics about what's going on in our life, in our environment. So there's some really amazing things. So there was a study done in the late 90s that was really fascinating. They took a DNA swab, military took a DNA swab from a volunteer. I like to call them volunteers. We don't really know who the subject was, but let's call them a volunteer. Took a swab of DNA from a volunteer and took it outside their body and analyze the DNA. Okay, we're watching the DNA. Then they had the volunteer watch some films, and some of the films were violent in nature and upsetting, emotionally distressing, physically stressing, the kind of things that make you actually feel upset and stressed out. And we've all watched movies like that, so we all can relate. So some of these movies and scenes caused the person stressed, and they had them hooked up and they were measuring the stress level of the person during those movies to make sure they were feeling the stress. In the other room, the DNA strand was being analyzed. What they found was in real time, okay, this is a really important thing to think about. In real time, that DNA twisted when it was stressed. At the same time, real time, that the person that was watching and felt the most stressed was being measured. Now, they thought, okay, what happens if we watch happy films, joyful films, things that make you feel relaxed and comfortable? In real time, when they were at their, started to feel relaxed, the DNA strand relaxed and uncoiled. So it coiled up when it was, stressed. It tightened, because it's a helix, a DNA strand. It tightened the helix. And then in real time, it relaxed. Now, that seems odd to the scientist. It was like, okay, that's in the other room. In our definition of Newtonian physics, if two things are separate, they should no longer affect each other. They should be isolated things, but they're not. That DNA strand acted just as the whole body it came from acted. And they thought, okay, well, what happens if we move it more than the 10 feet, from room to room? What happens if we move it a mile? Same thing happened. They went up to 300 miles and gave up. 300 miles from Los Angeles to Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. That's amazing research. Now, I'm touching my steering wheel. I'm about to go in and meet some clients and talk to them. My DNA is being left everywhere I go. The wind blows and the skin flies off my face, or a hair falls off my head. My DNA goes wherever that wind goes. My DNA can affect people all around me. And how I feel affects the environment. It's a really interesting, awe-inspiring thought that a simple strand of DNA is affected by my emotions. Now, we also know that when two particles are touching and then we pull them apart, again, a study done in July 25th, 1997, I was 20 years old. It was done in Switzerland. They took two particles, separated them in a tube in opposite directions, and what happened to that one particle would happen to the other particle in real time. Okay? Particles, small atomic little, elements. I touch you and give you a hug or shake your hand, or my skin touches your cheek somehow. there is a particle touching your particle. and then that particle leaves you. Yet when they have touched, once they have been touched, they affect each other. It's mind-blowing to think that our emotions, our feelings, and our thoughts can have an effect on everything we touch in this world. So we'll talk about more about this, and it just, I wanted to leave that thought with you today as a coach, to really point out what science and physics and quantum physics is proving is happening in our world, all around us, in a scientific world. So when that concept is so big, it's a lot to absorb. So I just want you to sit with that today and think about it. A little something different. I know it's a different video. I'm in my car saying hello. I've done them before like that, but the thought occurred that I needed to share this with you. So take some time to think and see what you think about it, and let me know. Okay? Subscribe to my videos. This is Rachel Lauren Wade. You can certainly go to my website if you want more of this and you want some coaching from me and how to use this element to better change your life in the life you want, not just on a thought and theory level, but a scientific level proven for success. Let me do that for you. Give me a call. Also, my phone number is 415-952-3961. Look forward to hearing from you. You can also go and get onto my calendar and go ahead and make your own appointment with me. So please go ahead, give me a call, check out my website, and watch these videos. Looking forward to hearing from you. Take care.